Welcome to the class. Today we are going to see the continuous distribution. This is under model number 2. Here there are so many distributions. We'll see one by one. So continuous distribution. This can be used to describe the random phenomena in which a variable of interest can take any of the value in some interval. We are using the integral collection of integral over here, and we have four distributions: uniform, exponential, gamma, Erlang, normal, Weibull, triangular, log normal. Like this kind of so many distributions will be there. We are going to see one by one. So uniform distribution. Uniform distribution, it is distributed on the interval a comma b union a comma b. Like in our school time we have studied like union of two events. Like so f of x is equal to 1 divided by b minus a. There is a condition a to b. Okay, and otherwise we'll see 0 otherwise. Okay, there are two properties. The thing is, the condition is proportional to the length of the interval f of x2 minus f of x1, that is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by b minus a. So this is the properties, and we have two things. One is mean and variance they have given. Mean e of x is equal to a plus b by 2, and variance v of x is equal to b minus a the whole square divided by 2. So this is the mean and variance for the uniform distribution. An exponential distribution. It is distributed with a parameter lambda when lambda greater than 0. In this exponential distribution, every time eventually it was there is a because it's randomly distributed, so eventually everything will be happen. It describes the times between the events in a Poisson process. Here it is these events occur continuously and independently at a constant average rate. So these simulations of computer networks, and these are the things which is widely used in the exponential distribution. And the parameter we can see is service time, that is mu is equal to 1, and divided by arrival time lambda greater than 0. Here they have given a formula. If x greater than or equal to 0, then we are using lambda e power minus lambda x, otherwise we'll go for 0. And e of x is x minus 1 by lambda, p of x minus 1 by lambda the whole square. So these are the formulas we have used in the exponential distribution when the time between the events in a Poisson process, in which events occurs continuously and independently, that we have to check. There are two things. One is stationary and independent. In the stationary, everything will be dependent, and in independent, it's totally dependent. It's independent upon each other. So it is widely used in simulations of a computer networks and others. And gamma distribution. F of x equal to theta divided by f2. So theta of x power 0 minus 1 e power 2 theta of x. So x greater than 0, where there is an integer. This is called the shape parameter, and theta is called the scale parameter, we can say. So e of x, that is a mean, that is 1 by theta, variance 1 by beta theta square. So this is the gamma distribution. This is very similarly we are using, mostly we are using the exponential distribution. This is the most significant part. An Erlang distribution, that is we'll discuss. And normal distribution. Normal distribution, here it's a formula like a log 1 divided by the sigma root of 2x exponential minus 1 by 2 x minus mu divided by sigma the whole square. So there is a condition minus infinity to infinity. So here the condition p of x less than or equal to x minus infinity to infinity 1 divided by root 2 pi exponential of minus 1 by 2 1 minus mu divided by sigma the whole square dt. And how to calculate this one? When we'll see the normal distribution, we have to check whether it is in a probability distribution or cumulative distribution. So the value is very difficult to calculate. Often a table is made like 0 comma 1 parameter for because, and this p comma sigma square can be transferred to n of 0 comma 1. So z equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. To calculate this, we have mean and variance. Mean is equal to sigma and variance is equal to sigma square. So there is a notation, and the curve shaped of the normal PDF is like theta of minus x is equal to 1 minus theta of x. The maximum value of the PDF occurs x equal to mu. Thus the mean and mode are equal. So here how we can identify the normal distribution in the sense very simple. When the mean and mode are equal, then we can go for this maximum value of probability distribution and Weibull distribution. So this is a random variable which has a Weibull distribution. This is of the form theta by a of x minus gamma divided by a the whole power theta minus 1 exponential minus x minus mu divided by a the whole square. So x greater than or equal to gamma. Here otherwise we'll go for 0. Here we have three parameters in Weibull distribution. One is the range, which is a range minus infinity to infinity, which is a location parameter, and here alpha, which is greater than 0, that is a scale parameter. Beta, this is a positive value, it determines the shape. So each and every parameter has a different description. When and where we are using based on the condition x greater than or equal to gamma, then we can go for formula based, else we can go for 0. And here once the value greater than 0, then we can use alpha, that is a scale parameter, and if it determines the shape, then it's a positive value beta. Thank you.